Good afternoon. I'm Larry Kamer, and this is my YouTube channel entitled The Fly Tying Philosopher. During these videos, I like to talk about ideas while tying flies. I'll show a video today of tying. I've been working on this project of just tying 9 flies, but today I'm just going to vary some of the colors. I have used a kind of an oyster color, a green and a red, and for today I'm going to do a little yellowish fly that looks pretty close to the pale colors of the oyster. And I have some other colors that are close. So for instance, I've been using leprechaun, and then I have another one that's kind of bluer, and I'll be using those. And I have several shades of red, some really beautiful dark red, and something that's tends to have a little bit more blue in it. I can change up the colors of the threads also, and I have moved from, in a video that I'll show, a phosphorescent green to more of an olive green in the tying process. Before I get started on that, I wanted to mention some equipment additions this year. I found a very interesting thing. This was a phone case to kind of wear inside your waders, to take pictures of all the fish that you catch. You can actually take pictures right through the case, so I thought those were pretty neat, and they were fairly inexpensive, like a few bucks from Dragon Tail. My wife does not like handling fish, and so I found this catch 'em release tool. This seems to be nicer than the most of the release tools that are kind of like clips that take the hook out. This goes just on your line and down to the fish, and you can just release them actually right in the water. So I got that for her. I wanted to like loop my line on the rod, and I originally bought these rubberized ties. They're pretty stiff, and they're waterproof and can be used to attach to your rod to loop line on, because I have been using some spools. This is from the Tenkara Rod Company. This is from Tenkara USA. But I found these difficult for me. A lot of winding. They tend to fall out of my stubby fingers. And I was looking for something that I wanted to use, and so I found these easy keep-ems. They're little clips that flip up like that, and then you wind your line on that when you want to collapse your rod and move to another spot. I originally tried these with my first rod. This is my Sato, and it's a 3 variable length rod from Tenkara USA. It's 10 feet and about 12 feet and 13 feet. But I found that by doing this and having the easy clips on there, ruined the effect that I had. So I use the easy clips on my other rods. By the way, I uh, went from the variable length Sato to the Iwana by Tenkara USA, and then I caught a very nice fish on this last season. My wife's rod is Tenkara Rod Company Sawtooth, and she likes this very much. It's about 11 feet long, very nice rod. And then my newest addition this year is a Dragon Tail Shadowfire. I got a, I had to buy a large item for my daughter-in-law, stepdaughter, and I put that on my charge card, and she of course paid me back, but then I had a very nice accumulation of points, so I got this Dragon Tail Shadowfire relatively inexpensively. I think I had to lay out about 20 additional dollars in cash, but my points went toward doing this, and I'm really looking forward to using this season. It's 365 centimeters. Very, very nice rod from Dragon Tail. So those are our new equipment additions this year. I saw a video the other day by a guy named Joshua White, and his video on YouTube was called Tenkara Fishing, Rock Creek, Montana, and it's winter Tenkara fishing, and I was really impressed because he wasn't having much luck as far as fish were concerned. As a matter of fact, his line was freezing, and he had to kind of face that situation. And but I discovered in a very few minutes that he was kind of like a brother philosopher. He mentioned several things about the beauty that he was encountering, just kind of being able to get out on fishing and whatnot. And I was really kind of pleased with what he had to say. This led me to think that, gee, fly fishermen, perhaps in general, and Tenkara fishermen specifically, form a brotherhood of philosophers because they're on the stream enjoying some aspects of things that I have been talking about in this series of videos. The American philosopher Henry David Thoreau some times ago said, many men go fishing all their lives without knowing that it is not fish they are after. So that kind of stimulates your thinking. And I was looking at other quotes along the line, and ran across one that just really appeals to me. It was so harmonious with what I was thinking and what I've been doing in these videos, and that's by Tony Blake. And it goes, some go to church and think about fishing, and others go fishing and think about God. And that, I think that's going to be my theme song for this channel. This kind of led me to think about metaphors. We use metaphors in our daily life. As a matter of fact, there's a great book called Metaphors That We Live By, and I'll show a title page of that book by Lako. And it's actually been a staple in literature and philosophy, and that led me to kind of think about metaphors that we use all the time. Some classic examples. Plato had the cave analogy. He felt that people live in a cave, in the shadows of a cave, and that they have behind them a fire, and people and things pass in front of the fire and cast shadows on the wall in front of the residents of the cave who happen to be chained in place. And he felt that a philosopher goes into the cave, helps liberate the people there, and brings them out to the light of day. And of course, that's just a world famous eternal metaphor and analogy that many people use. Another one, it would be life as a river. And so this really is compatible with Tenkara. Life is a river. It brings things from the past, goes off to the future. There's a number of different metaphors used with it. The flow of time, things going by, aspects of the river, high water, low water, rapids, swift currents, flooding, so forth. So a number of those can be used. You may have noticed that I'm a philosophical counselor, and in clinical practice I use metaphor actually as one of my main vehicles. Years ago I ran across a metaphor of the rider and the elephant along a path by Jonathan Haidt, H-A-I-D-T, in his book called The Righteous Mind. And what he indicates is that you can view a person as a rider on an elephant along a path. The rider is the kind of the thinking part. The elephant is the emotional undercurrent, and of course the path is developmental path that we all follow throughout life. Sometimes the rider guides the elephant. Sometimes when the elephant gets spooked, there's no controlling it. And of course there's the path. And as a counselor, one of the things that we kind of want to work with is the rider and the way that the rider is thinking. Sometimes, even though this is not a province of philosophical counseling, dealing with the emotional aspect of the elephant, and of course preparation of the path, discussing issues along the path, clearing the path, are great metaphors to be used in a number of different ways. And of course Tenkara is full of those also, as far as the river and the fish and our skills. And getting back to Joshua White, he has this video is called Tenkara Fishing, Rock Creek, Montana. I'd encourage you to watch it. It's very good, and I think that he certainly is a philosopher while on the stream. While looking for videos of this nature, I ran across Jason Class. And it wasn't a video, but he has an article in Google under Tenkara Talk, and it's about the Goldilocks Kabari. And so this captured my attention too. So what he recommends is a single size hook, a single style of fly, and it's a Sakasa Kabari size 12. He calls that the Goldilocks Kabari. So it's a nice little article, and I was pleased with that. So that's kind of what I wanted to cover today. There are a number of things that impressed me, kind of all over the place, but fun ideas that relate to Tenkara. And I think that on the stream, at the bench, these kind of ideas can be informative and entertaining, and hope you will enjoy also. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you the next time.